Hi and welcome back to Storytime with myself. Today we are going to do a story based on Raya the Last Dragon training Tuk Tuk. This is Disney's Raya the Last Dragon training Tuk Tuk, published by Autumn Publishing. While training to prove herself worthy of guarding the dragon gem, a young Raya is given a gift by her father. So let's get to it. Every afternoon, Raya and her father, Benji, met for tea. Lately, she had been spending most of her days training. Raya had been working for months to show she had the skills needed to protect the gem of the last dragon, and it was almost her chance to prove it. There is more to being a good warrior than training, Benji reminded Raya as he handed her a basket. Raya peered inside to see a small, armoured ball. She picked it up and held it in her hand. Two furry legs appeared and a big pair of eyes looked up at her. Raya gasped. "His name is Tuk Tuk," said Benji, "and it will be up to you to take care of him." Raya set Tuk Tuk down and watched as he took a few clumsy steps. A beetle landed in his path and charged towards him. Alarmed, Tuk Tuk tried to get out of the strange creature's way. Instead, he fell back and landed on his shell, where he struggled to get up. "I gotcha," Raya said, turning him over. "I can tell you two will be great friends," said Benji. "Thank you," said Raya. "I love him." Raya tried to get Tuk Tuk to follow her as she headed off to train. She led him to her obstacle course, one of her favourite training spots. But at the obstacle course, Tuk Tuk seemed to take interest in everything but the course. Raya spent nearly all her time taking care of him. So Raya built a mini obstacle course just for Tuk Tuk. His first challenge was to climb the netting, but he ended up chasing a butterfly. Then he was supposed to balance on the logs, but he ended stuck on his back again. Finally, Tuk Tuk was supposed to cross the board, but he fell asleep. The next day, as they prepared to have tea, Raya told her father about what had happened at the mini obstacle course. "I don't know what to do, father," she said with a sigh. "Be patient," said Benji. "You are still getting to know each other. Everyone is good at something. Once you figure out what Tuk Tuk is good at, you'll know what to do." Raya shrugged. "I want to train Tuk Tuk, but he only seems good at getting distracted." "Patience," Benji said. He gestured towards the table. "Now, let's have our dessert." But their bowls were empty. "Tuk Tuk ate our food," said Benji. "You are sneaky," she said, looking at Tuk Tuk, who innocently gazed back at her. "And clever," added Benji thoughtfully. Raya had an idea. "I need more food." She raced into the kitchen. When Raya returned, she held up a coconut treat and called Tuk Tuk. In a flash, he rolled off the ledge and landed at Raya's feet. She broke off a piece of treat and gave it to him. Then she told him to follow her. "Bye, father," said Raya, starting off. "Let's go train Tuk Tuk. Come on." Benji watched as Tuk Tuk raced after Raya. Using bits of food, Raya got Tuk Tuk to move through the course. Every time he made it past an obstacle, she gave him a treat. And soon he was getting through the whole thing without stopping once. He quickly became better and better. One day, after Tuk Tuk had zoomed past every obstacle, Raya said, "It's time." Raya brought him to her course, and as she practiced, he followed. The two worked together every day, having fun, improving their skills, and eating plenty of coconut treats. One night, Raya looked at Tuk Tuk and said, "Let's do this." With her best friend by her side, she was ready to prove herself as guardian of the dragon gem. There we go. That is training Tuk Tuk, inspired by the movie Disney Raya the Last Dragon. I hope you've enjoyed this story. Let me know in the comments below if you've got any preference. I've got Disney stories, I've got Marvel stories, and I've got some Pixar stories. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all real soon.